Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are testing out a brand new foundation from Shiseido. This is the Revitalessence Skin Glow foundation with an SPF of 30. But before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or a hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. Shiseido sent me this foundation in PR a few weeks ago, and today we're going to test it out. I have timestamps down below, so please go ahead and check that out. We'll go ahead by talking about the claims and the product breakdown. So this is a skincare active foundation that reveals healthy, vibrant skin with a radiant, glowing finish. It has a buildable medium coverage foundation, and it's supposed to visibly improve the skin appearance because it claims to have skincare in here. Okay, the description, buildable, medium coverage skincare active foundation that delivers luminous results that last long after makeup comes off. Okay, so it's claiming that your skin is going to be luminous even once you remove the makeup. And again, in just 1 week, the skin is smoother and brighter and visibly reduced lines. We'll see about that. This serum-like foundation is weightless, glides onto the skin, and transforms into a glowing makeup finish that lasts all day, instantly evens the skin, blurs the pores, and hydrates for 24 hours. Powered by fermented kefir and niacinamide, 2 prebiotics that fuel the ability to maintain healthy microbiome. Just to recap the key benefits here, this says it's a buildable medium coverage, a healthy glowing finish, a serum-like texture. It has 30 shades, so the shade range is nice. It claims to be transfer resistant, crease resistant. It's not saying transfer proof, just resistant, okay? And then it's also supposed to be fade resistant, non-comedogenic, which basically means it's not going to break you out. It says it's been dermatologically tested, and it says it's suitable for all skin types from dry to oily. We'll touch on that later. I'll go ahead and include the ingredient list here. So I know some people have allergies and have skin sensitivity, so please go ahead and check that out here. Like I stated, there are 30 shades to choose from. I have the shade Maple, which is 350 Maple here. So if you look at the Shiseido site or Sephora, wherever you look, it goes by fair, light, medium, tan, and deep. And so you can sort of guess, suss for yourself where you might fall in there. And so they sent me 350 Maple. This shade in particular is described as balanced tone for medium tan skin. So this is what the foundation looks like. It says it's serum-like, and it really is. It sort of drops like a serum, very watery, very fluid, very runny. You can see it just sort of trickling on the back of my hand here. So the texture is fluid. It's just think of like a syrup, not syrupy, a watery serum running down your face. This is the texture here. It has a little bit of a scent, but it doesn't smell like perfume. It just sort of smells a little bit like skincare. And I'll go ahead, this is a lot of foundation. I just want to show you what it looks like here. This is what a very generous swatch looks like, and this is, again, a 350 Maple. I will go ahead and do an application here with you. I don't have anything on my face. I have some skincare, and I have the Shiseido Oil-Free Urban Environment SPF, but no primer, nothing like that, because I want to show you the foundation pure, let's say. So maybe I'll start by doing half the face with the foundation, and you can see side by side how it looks with and without foundation. I'm using the Chanel Touch Up face brush. If you're curious about what I'm wearing or using, please just go and check the description box down below. I would say that for me, this coverage is a light to medium. And I do think that it is buildable, but I would say it's more light than medium. The application glides on smoothly when you blend it out, and it looks luminous pretty instantly. Like, as you can see, as I'm blending it out, it looks luminous, it looks dewy. It is covering, but it's not heavy. So here we have a side-by-side. This is at least one pump here. It's hard to suss because I was, doing it on the back of my hand, but this is what it looks like side by side. I think maple would be maybe a little bit more of a summer shade for me, but that being said, I think it still looks nice. Like normally for Chanel, I'm like a B30, B40. I think that this may be a little bit deeper, but I think it still works because even though it looks a little bit deeper, it's not too dark on me. So I think it still works, this 350 maple. And I have worn it on camera. I have worn it here on my channel and it hasn't looked off. I think it's a good shade for me. So again, half and half. Let's go ahead and do the other side here. This is drying down on the back of my hand, so I'll probably have to add a bit more. It feels really wet when you apply it. It feels like a very, well, I guess wet. It feels like a liquid foundation. But you can see it dried down a little bit on this side here. This is a full face of just the foundation. I haven't put concealer or blush on yet, but as you can see, it looks a little wet and luminous instantly. It takes a few minutes to dry down, and if you touch, well, this side here feels a bit more tacky because I applied this side a little bit later, but it feels a little bit tacky just on this side here. So I'll go ahead and add concealer and blush. I'll be back in a minute. All right, this is the real full face of makeup. Let's go ahead and look at the wear test. So yesterday I wore the foundation for a full 12 hours. The first check-in here is like maybe 4 hours of wear right after lunch. So like here is like right now live is a fresh application of the foundation, and this is 4 hours here on the side. You can still see some luminosity, some glow. Everything kind of looks the same. Nothing's really moved. Yesterday was a super cold day. It was like -5 or something, like so cold, so chilly. So I had the parka, the scarf, like everything up to here basically. And I went on my stupid little mental health walk. So this was maybe like 6 hours. You can't really tell you can't really see much of the foundation here, like you can see. But anyway, just sort of to show you, I was wearing a hat and everything sort of bundled up here. And then this is the last check-in. I did this just at the very end of the night. So here you can see I did notice in the clip here and also in real life, my chin especially had a lot of the foundation rubbed off because you saw the parka was like up to here. So it did transfer, like it in the claims it said it was transfer resistant. It is, but not transfer proof. Like if you're going to have a scarf or a jacket rubbing like this, it is going to come off. Just be aware of that. And I noticed also around my nose, just from, sniffling, it did have a little bit of redness from just rubbing off during the day. So it is not like 100% transfer proof. It's more transfer resistant, but if you go like this, it will come off in some degree. I noticed that at the end of the day, my forehead was more shiny, more luminous than, well, I guess I have a little bit of shininess on the forehead. I'm just saying, if you have very oily skin, be aware of this. It seems to have built up during the day, and at the end of the day, I just had more luminosity here and also on the cheekbones. And I'm not wearing any highlighter or luminous primer here, just the foundation itself with some concealer and blush. So that's how it held up. I do think that it held up nicely. It did not break down. It didn't get cakey. It didn't pile up in, fine lines. It didn't look heavy or anything like that. It just faded a little bit where I was rubbing, and it got a little bit more oily throughout the day. So what are my final thoughts? I think that this is a light to medium coverage foundation that is buildable. I don't think it starts off fully medium. I think you can build up to it, but I think it is buildable. It claims that this is for all skin types from dry to oily. I don't think so. I think this is more for dry, dehydrated, mature skin types. If you live in very cold climates, I think you would really enjoy this. But if you have oily skin, I don't think this is for you, because you can see my level of luminosity here. it dries down a little bit, but as you can see at the end of the day, you're gonna have some oil. So you can either apply a mattifying powder or avoid it. It's up to you. You know yourself, you know what you prefer to look like. What else? It says it was transfer and crease resistant. I would say crease resistant, yes. Like it doesn't pile in smile lines and forehead lines, things like that, but transfer resistant to some degree, you know, be aware of that. Fade resistant, yeah, I think it held up. It's foundation. It's a light, luminous, hydrating foundation. It's not like a tattoo, so it's not, you know, it wouldn't be something that I would wear if I had like a 16-hour day maybe. What else? It's meant to be a little bit glowy. It's supposed to be hydrating and have skincare benefits. I do see that. For me, I live in Montreal. It's super cold. I have dry, dehydrated skin. I'm 35. This is the type of foundation that I would love for winter. Something that's going to be a little bit hydrating. It's going to make me look a little bit luminous and dewy in the severe extreme cold. I think this is a fabulous foundation for that type of scenario, but I don't think it's good for oily skin, in my opinion. It claims that it's going to hydrate the skin for up to 12 hours. I do think that it does help with the hydration. It's not the exact same as a moisturizer, but if you're looking for a foundation that will be hydrating, I think that this new Shiseido Revitalessence Skin Glow is a good idea. And immediately when I was testing this out and thinking of comparisons, I think that this is comparable to the Chanel Les Beige Hydration Healthy Glow Longwear Foundation. I think if you like this Les Beige foundation, you're going to love this Shiseido one. So for reference, this Les Beige Healthy Glow Foundation, Hydration and Longwear, it's in the name. It's a Your Skin But Better, light to medium coverage, hydrating, luminous, natural finish foundation. This is what it looks like here. This one here is a little bit thicker in texture. It runs a little bit, but not as much. The Shiseido one really is a serum. It really just runs like water. And the Chanel one is B30, and then this is Shiseido here. So this is just fluid-like. And again, this is maple here. And they do not look totally alike, but I promise that I do wear them together here. I think that the finish of these foundations is very, very comparable. Like they're almost one and the same in the finish, the glow, the wear, the longevity. If you like this, you're gonna love this. Like they're really just very similar foundations from different brands. Okay, I think that's it. Is there anything else that I've missed? I'm trying to think of any other questions anyone might have with this foundation here. But yeah, I think this is a very good time for it to come out for me personally because of the weather. I think this is going to be a nice, light, hydrating, and luminous glow foundation for those days when it's minus 10, 15, 20 degrees and I still want to look a little bit fresher. I think this is a good foundation. If you want more wear, no, that's not the word, but I'm just saying you could touch this up if you feel like it's transferred a little bit, but you know, that's kind of life sometimes. The foundation is not gonna be super fresh on you after 12 hours of putting scarves on and off. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of this foundation. Have you tried it out? Have you tried other products from Shiseido? If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Ali. I talk a lot about luxury beauty. I would love for you to hit subscribe. We talk a lot about different brands, a lot of French luxury brands as well. And I like to reuse a lot of my new collections. I reuse them with tutorials and get ready with me. So I'll give you lots of inspiration on how to use up your makeup at home. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you have a beautiful day and I'll see you next time. Bye.